Go live on that one. That one. Where's my YouTube? Okay, I'm live there. I'm live there. And just to real quick check and make sure that I'm live. We're gonna get into what's on your screen now, but give me a second. Okay, so that one's fine. Let me test chat. Boom. Send a message in that chat to test it. Is this open? Is YouTube connected? Viewers, no. Says YouTube should be connected. Oh, I didn't press send. I thought I did and I didn't. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. Past mistake. Oh my god, it switched itself back again. So I have to check that and do that manually every stream, bro. Every stream. Did it end my goddamn stream? Oh no, it's still going. Okay, let me test it. Yeah, it keeps going back to system. As software. Alright, so that one is fine. This one is fine. And we are all ready to yap away. Excuse me. So, I already know what type of music I'm looking for on this one. First we're gonna go through the article. We're gonna go through the article because I don't have any prior context on this. So first we're gonna go through the article and see what's popping, see what's going on, get the full context, then we're gonna have a talk about it. We always skip the first paragraph, nobody gives a fuck. A Bloodbourne remake has been demanded by fans for so long that Sony's remaster studio Bluepoint figured it was inevitable that it would be given a job, especially after its very successful Demon's Souls remake in 2020. But Sony tasked the studio with making a live service God of War game instead, then closed them. When Sony abruptly ditched its live service initiative in early 2025 and canceled Bluepoint's God of War game, Bluepoint was left to search for other projects. It approached Sony again to pitch its idea for a Bloodbourne remake, and Sony was receptive. The only reason it didn't happen, according to the report, was because FromSoft didn't want to happen. Thank you, Weird Ferret. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bloomberg doesn't have the details on why FromSoft turned it down, but points to a comment by former PlayStation executive Yoshida and an interview with Kinda Funny about FromSoft president Hideki, blah blah blah, but not wanting anyone else to touch it. Damn. Wait. So he said, if I don't make Bloodbourne, nobody's making Bloodbourne. That's actually fucking nuts. Bluepoint was still looking for something to work on when Sony announced last week that it would be shutting down the studio, laying off what would be reportedly 7 people. Yoshida is also the person who has spoken about a dispute between Sony and damn. Okay, I think we kind of got it from here. We kind of get a gist of what's going on, and we can hit the sad music. So, if you're not following, Bloodbourne fans have been found in a ditch, crying, shitting, and pissing themselves violently after finding out that Sony was ready to approve of Bloodbourne. They ran to the people who wanted to make a Bloodbourne remake with 2 thumbs up, but From Software heard, they said, oh, we get to approve whether they make a Bloodbourne or not? The answer is, fuck no. The answer was, fuck no. And like, I'm personally not a fan of Bloodbourne. Like me, myself, I don't care about Bloodbourne. I don't care about most Soulsborne games. To me, if a game does something interesting, I'll play it. If not, I won't. And for me, Bloodborne didn't do anything interesting. That to the side, people who want Bloodborne, a new Bloodborne to come out, are some of the most annoying people in the gaming community, but I still wouldn't wish this outcome on them. Because it's sad to want a game for so long, and in time after time after time, you get debated and reminded that the game is great just to see nothing come from it. Like, it has to be painful, because every time people have a conversation about some of the greatest games that Sony owns, Bloodborne is consistently in the conversation. If nobody mentions Bloodborne, somebody walking down the street will kick down the door to your house after hearing you say PlayStation 4 and say, yeah, the Bloodborne machine! And they'll just have a stroke right there on the spot, because talking about Bloodborne is the only thing we're gonna get Bloodborne related for the rest of time, it looks like. And I put Bloodborne fans in the same category as Mother 3 localization fans. You're never gonna get it until somebody in the community with the skills and the time does it themselves. Because Sony, they want to do it, but they gotta go through FromSoft. And like Yoshida said, FromSoft boss said, hey, what? Alright, bro, whatever. And like Yoshida said, like we got Sony executives coming out and saying, like, bro, we want to do it, but in order to do it, we got to go through this nigga. And if this nigga say no, the answer is no. And he got an ego on him, so he's gonna keep saying no until he feels like he's ready to do it. And spoiler alert, that nigga ain't never gonna feel ready to do it. So Bloodborne fans, I feel bad for y'all, because y'all are once again getting the whole shaft. But if you're not a Bloodborne fan and you're watching this, what you need to do is go find your nearest Bloodborne fan and confiscate anything strong enough to hold up their body weight by their neck, if you catch my drift. That being said, like there's fandoms that are eating, right? Like every game, I would argue right now, every gaming fandom is eating, including the Souls game fandom, the fighting game fandom. Every gaming fandom is eating because there's plenty of amazing games to play. So at least there's that good positive side to it, that we're in an era of gaming where, like, if this doesn't come out, you'll still have plenty of amazing games to play. But it always sucks to see something that you actually want to play not come out. But hey, it's bangers coming out every day. Choose one, man. Choose one. That being said, I had to do a nice little send-off to the idea of there ever being an officially approved Bloodborne game. That being said, let me make sure my filters for my music are on properly before I start it back up. There we go. All right, let's exit out of that. Now what I wanted to do is I'm gonna skim through this article. I'm gonna read through it. I'm gonna look through it and see what the details on it are. But allegedly, Xbox faces no pressure from Microsoft to use AI. According to the new leadership, Ashwagandha Sharma, we're committed to art made by people. Technology is only in support of that, which is true. But how many times have you seen a company say, oh, we're dedicated to this, we're dedicated to that, and do the exact fucking opposite as soon as they pockets start hurting, and as soon as they gotta start going to their pockets? Yeah, exactly. Every single fucking time. Never trust a corporation, nigga. Speaking, there are no directives on AI coming down, said Matthew Booty. Yes, that's his real last name. Our teams are free to use any technologies that might be beneficial, whether it's helping write code or check for bugs. Things more in the production pipeline. At the end of the day, as Ashwagandha said, we're committed to art made by people. Technology is only in support of that. I'll see if there's anything more in this article before I talk about that, because I remember a PlayStation executive saying that they're not directly telling niggas you can't pitch that shit to us, when it comes to non-live service games, but we're only going to improve the ideas that are live service. Shawarma reiterated her stance that there is no bad AI at Xbox and that it will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. I think that with any new technology, it brings possibilities as a tool. We need to draw lines on what we won't do. I will not flood our ecosystem with slop, blah, blah, blah. Basically, this is her finding 150 different ways to say, we're not going to produce AI slop. 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 If I say it enough times, will you believe me? And it's like, that would be cool if I didn't see this headline about how the head of Xbox is saying AI will save us from low birth rates. Now, I'm going to read the article for context, because sometimes these headlines just be captivating. But I'm going to skim through this article just to see if this shit is no exaggeration or if they just trying to get clicks. Because she's already been exposed as someone who's not a gamer. And I'll get more into my thoughts on that in a second. But the short version, it's weird when you put somebody who's not a gamer in charge of a gaming company. Because, first off, I just thought about it. I need to put my motherfucking... It's the end of Black History Month. This is probably the last stream of Black History Month, because I'm not gonna lie, if I stream tomorrow, it's not gonna be anything more than a marathon stream. But yeah, when it comes to CEOs of these companies, like when it comes to CEOs of companies, they should be well versed in whatever the main thing of the company is. So for example, if you run a music company, I'm not saying you have to be a musician, but you should be able to understand what music listeners want to hear. If you're a gamer, you should understand what gamers want, not what you think you can sell to them. No, you should understand what gamers want to play, what they're willing to spend money on. And if she's giving takes like this, these out of touch ass takes, I don't know. But like I said, let's actually read and see. Big tech's obsession with birth rate figures is something that should certainly make you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, because they want more people to fill in their data sets to analyze. Shawarma goes on to give examples of this, like how she's heard about a hospital in London that's using AI to improve fertility success rate of IVF, the amazing story, and how ChatGPT-5 is helping in healthcare, and how Stanford was a big customer of hers using AI for tumor reviews. Of course, the reason for declining birth rate in the US is multifunctional, but almost certainly primarily about income. Yeah, that's the number one reason. Niggas is broke. It's hard to have a fucking kid and raise them right now, because you can't just get one job and raise a kid. You're gonna need 15 jobs to like comfortably raise a kid. God forbid you live in a place like New York, nigga. You're really fucked. Of course, the reason for the declining birth rate in the US is blah, blah, blah. In the affluent 90s, people felt confident about being able to afford 2 or 3 children, but in the 2020s, that's far more costly prospect. If people in big tech were genuinely concerned about the number of children being born, their attention would be wholly focused on making American lives more affordable, providing better benefits and support, and increasing wages, and not, say, on replacing workers with ineffectual AI while driving industries that rely on paying low incomes. Damn, it's almost like people who are CEOs of company don't give a fuck about employee, because employee don't mean shit to them if they can control it. I mean, we pretty much get the gist. She literally said ChatGPT will save us. And then I think this is in relation to that. No, it's just these two. But all right, so now that I'm ready to speak. Is this just a... Okay. So, Xbox is saying that Xbox's new CEO, Ashwagandha Shawarma, is saying that there's no pressure from Microsoft to use AI. But let me explain a little something to you about business called... Actually, what the fuck was it called? I'm legit forgetting what it's called. Oh. Let me explain to you a concept in business called implicated unwritten rules. Actually, wait. Let me reintroduce that whole idea. Xbox's new CEO is saying that there's no pressure from Microsoft for her to use AI in any future Xbox products, but I'm here to call cap on that shit. Let me get out the music. The reason why I feel like I want to call cap on this shit is because there is such a concept as unwritten rules. Meaning, they may not have said, hey, you have to implement something AI related into the next Xbox. But what could have happened is they said, you don't have to implement anything AI related. But if you don't, I don't know, your position might be in trouble. We can't exactly tell you why, but it just might be in trouble. It's in trouble because you didn't try and put Copilot in that bitch. Like, some of y'all think it's a joke when I said they want to make it so that the next Xbox console, you type in a prompt and it generates a game for you. That's not a joke. I said it with levity, but I wasn't fucking around. And with Shorty having crazy ass takes like ChatGPT is gonna up the birth rate. You think she's not gonna try and implement some AI dumb shit you think she's not gonna try and implement some AI dumb shit into the next game console?
Get the fuck out of here!
You're out your mind if that's what you truly think. And the last thing I wanna add is this. She's saying, oh, it's already been proven. We've already seen the receipts. Xbox CEO Ashwagandha Shawarma was out here pretending to be a gamer. Niggas exposed her and said, shorty don't know a goddamn thing about games. She don't know a fucking thing about games. So on top of the fact that she doesn't know anything about games, and she keeps saying, we won't make AI slop, we won't make AI slop, we won't make AI slop in 35 different ways, I think Xbox is fucked. The next Xbox console, I don't even think it's gonna be a console. It's gonna be a website where you type in a type of game you want and it gives you a whole completely different game that doesn't fucking work. You walk forward into a building wall, turn around and turn back around, the building's gonna disappear. Imagine Halo, but instead of you shooting at your enemies with a pistol, you shoot at your enemies with a pistol, reload, now you holding a rocket launcher with 3 arms. That's what they looking for. That's what they want to do with Copilot. I'm telling you, it sounds like a joke now. It sounds far-fetched now, but everything's far-fetched before it happens. And like, the thing, jokes aside, like the jokes and statements with levity aside, the thing that bothers me is that Shorty is just saying it so much. And that statement she had, at least 4 to 5 different times, she said, we're not going to produce AI slap. Nothing is least convincing than you needing to find 5 ways to tell me the same fucking thing. If I believe you, you say it once and I believe you. Saying it 5 more times is not gonna make me believe you anymore, gang. Number 1. Number 2, we also gotta keep in mind, people who consume AI slop all day don't consider slop because their tolerance to slop is higher than usual. Let me break it down with a better example. Oh, I thought I wasn't clipping this whole time. Let me give you a better example. Everybody got that one homeboy that's a rapper that, no. Everybody has that one friend that loves a genre of music so much, anything that even sounds a little bit like it's in that genre, they will listen to. So they'll come and bring you the shittiest sounding music you've ever heard a day. Wait. I feel like the metaphor makes sense, but I explained it. All right. I feel like I don't need this music anymore. No, actually I do. Everybody has that one friend that listens to one genre of music so much any song in that genre is automatically good to them. They start playing a song and the shit sound like somebody rubbing two pieces of Velcro together and sticking them, unsticking them, sticking them, unsticking them. And they sitting here, nah, you just gotta have the ear for it. This shit is fire. If you got the ear for it, nigga, my ears is closed. Matter of fact, I'm Judas. I don't got no ears, nigga. I mean, I'm not gonna correct myself. Fuck it. But I'm Judas. I ain't got no ears. This shit is ass. Cut this shit the fuck off. That's what it's like when talking to people who consume that AI slop about AI slop. They consume it so much. What the fuck? They consume it so much. Wait a minute. Let me check something on my phone. But they consume it so much they don't know the difference. Am I still up? Oh, that's my other. But anyway, yeah, you get my point. You get my point. You get my point. Moving on. Oh, at this point, I love to talk about. All right, this one, the headline's pretty straightforward. I've already skimmed through this article. Bungie implements zero tolerance policy for marathon cheaters. Permaban forever. So basically, if you're not following, you better not wait. So if you're not following, you better not cheat while trying to play marathon because they hitting you with the Super Saiyan back. Wait. I feel like there's a better way I could intro that. Marathon players, listen up. You better not try to cheat because Bungie will hit you with the super double back twister suplex ban into the motherfucking ban realm, nigga. The short version is they're taking a lot of steps to make sure that any cheaters they find get super banned forever. That being, they're gonna device ID tag you, they're gonna IP ban you, and they're gonna account ban you. So they're gonna ban you on 3 different layers. So you're gonna have to get a new router from your internet service provider. You're gonna have to change your device ID, and you're gonna have to make a new account if you get banned for cheating to play again. AKA, who wanna play Russian roulette with their account? Do it. Let's see what happens. And I wanted to not only mention this, but mention how in my entire time of playing Marvel Rivals from December 2024 to February 2026, I've seen 3 cheaters. Let me repeat myself. 3 cheaters is all I've seen in the entirety of my time playing Rivals, as in me getting them in a game that I was in. 3. And those were all before in like the first 3 months of Rivals. Meaning, basically since the beginning of 2025, I haven't seen a single cheater in Marvel Rivals. Now, you may be sitting there saying, why the fuck are you bringing up Marvel Rivals and a video about Marathon? Well, it's because of NBA 2K. NBA 2K has been swearing up and down for the last like 5 years. Oh my God, it's so hard to ban cheaters. Oh my God, it's so hard to ban cheaters. Marathon just gave you a blueprint. How about you implement that shit, bitch? 2K is so bad right now. I heard there's niggas that won't play with their friends unless they got some shit plugged into the bottom of their controller called the Chrono Zen. We not even getting into the skill range. We not even talking about your build. If you a brown shirt in the park, no Zen, no badges, you can't play with us, is what niggas is saying. If you not cheating, you not playing for 2K, niggas. Marathon is over here saying, nah, we don't play that. Like I said, Marathon said, if you cheat on our game, you're getting served If you cheat on, Marathon is saying if you cheat on our game, you're getting account ban. You're getting IP ban. And you're getting device ID ban. So if you try and play Marathon on a different account on the same console, it's not gonna work. If you try and play Marathon on the same internet on a different console on a new account, it's not gonna work. They really banning niggas for cheat. So they saying if you cheat in our game, you playing Russian roulette with our account. You wanna get your account clapped? You wanna get your PlayStation banned? You wanna get your router? You wanna get your IP address banned? Come on. We put a bullet in a barrel and we spin it. Put this bitch to your head and click it. Let's see. You wanna take that chance? You wanna see how good your RNG is? Oh, okay, I thought so. Play the game and good like everybody else, you bitch ass nigga. So, next time, niggas have... my shit just lagged pretty hard. Am I good? I might lag out. If I do lag out, I'll be right back. Yup. Oh no, I'm good. I almost restarted OBS and I didn't need to. I'm good. All right. But what was I saying? Oh, the final thing I wanted to say is 2K Marathon gave you the blueprint. If a nigga cheat, ban their account, ban their device, and ban their IP address. I don't want to hear shit in 2K27 about, oh, we can't deal with cheaters this, we can't deal with cheaters that. You got Windows, Microsoft money. You can do it. You don't want to. Moving on to the next topic. I'll give you a short version of my thoughts on it. Because I've already know the summary of this situation. I'm going to just break it down to y'all. So, Marvel Rivals players are getting bounties. Marvel Rivals players are giving out bounties where they're getting paid to throw in different... How can I shorten that? All right. Marvel Rivals players are dead ass getting paid to throw games. This ain't a joke. This ain't a game. They are quite literally getting bounties. They are quite literally giving out bounties saying if you end up in such and such's match, then throw and we'll give you $50. That's right. You, with your broke ass, can get the Celestial, find the right persons in your matches, throw the match, all for $20. That's a skin right there. Oh, $20. Oh man, that's a skin bundle or a couple of emotes. I don't even have any profound thoughts on this shit. Now that I think about it, I don't care, bro. I don't have to talk about every piece of my Rivals. I genuinely don't care, because I think we got more important things to talk about. Oh my god, I wish my fucking preview for my chat worked. I don't understand why this shit doesn't work half the time.
Hey,
what the fuck? Why did it still start? I don't get it. Oh my god, you motherfuckers are lucky that my chat function literally does not work. You motherfuckers is lucky, because I would have sent you up the stream for that shit. Now, if you say some other fuck shit about me being Kaisenat and I have to pick up my phone to ban you, it's not gonna be pretty. So that's your first and last warning. But if you are keeping up with current news in the entertainment industry, whether like you're keeping up with it intimately or not, Netflix has been in a bidding war with other companies, one of those other companies being Paramount, to try and buy Warner Bros. Because Warner Bros, they're fucking broke. After dropping flop ass movie after flop ass movie, and then their gaming division not even being a factor in the conversation, they're broke. They're poor. Warner Brothers is that dude in a train station shaking a cup at you aggressively, just looking you down, hoping that you spit in it so that he could drink it and get a little bit of hydration. The nigga that be on the train, hey bro, can I get some money? I'm homeless, my dog died, my cat got shot in the head 15 times. May I just have 25 cents? That's Warner Brothers right now. That's Warner Brothers right now. But difference is, Warner Brothers doesn't have a mental disability that prevents them from working. They just got fucking idiots as CEOs. The thing that I also want to say about this is, I want to skim through, no, this article was the one I wanted to use for just talking, and this one was the one I wanted to skim through, where it basically gives you a timeline of what happened so y'all can understand. Excuse me. On June of last year, 2025, they said that they were gonna split Warner Brothers Discovery into two separate entities because Discovery realized Warner Brothers wasn't gonna make them a dime. Streaming studios that consist of WB Television, Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, Games, all of that, and HBO Max, while Global Networks includes basic cable Warner channels such as CNN and Discovery, as well as free-to-air channels across Europe. In August of 2025, David successfully bought Paramount for $8 billion, combining it with Skydance Media. Paramount Skydance, blah, blah, blah. Paramount Skydance reportedly began preparing its bid for Warner Brothers in September of last year. The board discussed they basically planned it out. Ellison reportedly pitched their bid to the CEO Dickhead Zaslav last year, September. Ellison was sent a second offer to the Warner Brothers Discovery, increasing the share value price of blah, 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 blah. And in October, they issued a third bid. So they're going back and forth bidding. They officially announced it was exploring a potential sale of some of its media holdings last year, October. Mid-November, where's 2026, bro? SEC filing they offered was backed by $1 billion company, blah, blah, blah. Netflix in December of this year announced that they wanted to buy it. And then that's where basically we're at now. All the information past there, I'm pretty well aware of. And this video I saw, I forgot why I wanted to save it. So we're going to watch this video real quick. I'm going to remember what point that I heard from it that I wanted to speak on, and we'll go from there.
Netflix has dropped out of the bid to acquire Warner Brothers.
Oh, that's what I wanted to
remember. Means for the most part, it is a done deal. That means Paramount is going to own Warner Brothers Media. And while Netflix obtaining Warner Brothers wouldn't have been great either, like I'm sick of these monopolies monopolizing, it would have been the lesser of the two evils. This little piece of shit right here, David Ellison, he's the current CEO of Paramount, and he is a known Trump apologist. As a matter of fact,
that's what I wanted to remember.
This piece of shit right here, who's Larry Ellison, he is the owner of the company Oracle, who's the current owners of TikTok. They both said to President Trump that if they get the chance to own CNN, because Warner Brothers currently owns CNN, and so if Paramount gains control of Warner Brothers, not only will they own CBS News, but they'll also own CNN, and they said that they promised to fix CNN if given the chance, which you already know what that means. They're going to fire a bunch of journalists and just do a bunch of Trump-centered and favored propaganda. Not only that, but we already know of David Ellison because he is the owner and founder of Skydance Media, a piece of shit that was behind the firing of Melissa Barrera, speaking out against the genocide of Palestine. And not only just that, but going into my content, specifically being that I talk about sci-fi fantasy comic books, that leaves me very concerned about the future of the DCU with James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Oh, that shit's cooked.
We already saw the right-wing backlash with regards to James Gunn's Superman and them calling it super woke. So if Paramount does end up acquiring Warner Brothers, are James Gunn and Peter Safran going to continue to be the heads of the DC studios? Not. But yeah, like, what's the point of
because there's a lot to unpack
if you're not going to do shit about it? Like these mergers, even like Disney and Fox.
When you ever seen this nigga Trump follow the law? But okay, now I have a better idea of what I wanted to talk about. Let me find an instrumental. Nah, I'll just use the evil music. I didn't want... Netflix didn't need to own Warner Brothers, but neither did Paramount. Wait, hold on. Let me redo that statement. Netflix owning WB would have been bad, but Paramount owning them is even fucking worse. Now, I'ma give you two sides to this. I'ma give you politically why this is terrible, and I'm gonna explain entertainment wise why this is terrible. Keeping it strictly entertainment for the first part of this conversation. Netflix was the lesser of two evils for the simple fact that Netflix is the lesser of two evils in this scenario for the simple fact that they didn't care about the gaming division, but they weren't going to overstep their boundaries with the gaming division at the same time. Meaning, whatever games those gaming divisions wanted to create, they would have said, yeah, sure, do whatever you want to do. Go ahead, have fun. As long as you're not costing us more money than you're making, fine, do whatever the fuck you want. Nigga, Paramount, oh my God. Do y'all remember THQ from back in the day? Any cartoon that had any level of clout, these niggas made 15 Game Boy games, 100 Wii games, 3,000 Xbox 360 pieces of shit games. Yeah, that's what all the Warner Brothers gaming studios are about to become. Them niggas about to become old school THQ. Cause again, let's keep in mind, Warner Brothers gaming division, just like their media division, has a lot of bangers under his belt. Like, remember, WB owns properties. WB owns all of Cartoon Network's catalog. That's from Samurai Jack to Ed, and Eddie to Craig of the Creek to the Boondocks. WB owns all of Cartoon Network. They own Rick and Morty. They own all WB. All right. Hold on. Because, like, I need y'all to understand. Cartoon Network alone, I'm not even going to name shit outside of it WB owns outside of Cartoon Network. These niggas own Smiling Friends. They own Rick and Morty. They own all of Cartoon Network's catalog. So these niggas own King of the Hill. They own the Boondocks. They own Ed, and Eddie. They own Samurai Jack. I just named you 6 banger ass shows, 6 banger ass properties, 6 banger ass IPs that WB owns. And we only talking TV shows. We not talking about tie-in games. We not talking about merch. We not talking about DVD sets. We not talking about licensing rights. Just shows from Cartoon Network only. And they own way more than that. You don't want none of that shit going to Paramount. You don't want none of that shit going to Paramount. Also, I think another thing people need to keep in their mind is that Paramount, I forget if it's Paramount owns Viacom or Viacom owns Paramount. No, Paramount owns Viacom. Now, if you're a little bit slow, let me bring you up to speed. Paramount owns Viacom. Viacom owns Nickelodeon. WB owns Cartoon Network. If Paramount buys WB, they will control 2/3 of the children's media market. So they will own everything from Ninja Turtles to Foster's Imaginary Friends. And it gets worse. Because think about it. Like I said, when it comes to how they treat all these IPs, they're not going to treat these IPs with care. They don't give a fuck. They're going to set their... Bro, let me get to the real reason why they want Paramount. Now, let me put my tinfoil hat on. Netflix on... Oh, by the way, I have never been, never will be, and aren't suicidal. Just want to put that out there on camera as a statement. Netflix, Paramount buying Warner Brothers isn't because they give a fuck about the Game of Thrones IP or Mortal Kombat. They don't. The real reason why they want to own them is because they want to control shit like CNN. Because if you're not aware, the dude who owns Paramount is one of Trump's side pieces. Meaning anything Trump says, whether it makes sense or not, whether it's legal or illegal, them niggas is trying to find ways to shift rules around to give Daddy Trump whatever he wants so that he'll pick them to give back shots tonight. The reason why I say that is because out of all the news media sources, CNN was one of the most neutral, meaning there'll be times where some of their staff there will be times where their staff is more right leaning, there will be times where their staff is more left leaning, but generally speaking, if you want to hear takes from both ends of the spectrum, you could go to CNN. I don't know if y'all remember who the fuck is in office, but that nigga that's in office, he doesn't like fair, balanced, and unbiased takes. He likes biased takes. Specifically, biased towards him. Are you following? Are you putting things together? This is not a conspiracy theory. As y'all saw in the video I shown, this is not a conspiracy theory. The nigga that owns Paramount already said, if I get control of CNN, I'ma fix them. You know what that means? All you people who's not super duper MAGA conservative, get the fuck out of here. Go. Hit the road, Jack, and don't come back no more. They're probably gonna send, I like my drinks warm, agents in there to kick down the door and kick them out. Cause them motherfuckers is an agency niggas made up as a response to 9/11, and quite frankly, there's no fucking rules around them. That's why this nigga is using them to kick down doors and shit. But let me before I hear ICE open up. We're gonna move off this topic before I say some shit that's gonna get me fucking put on a rope. Cause don't forget, just because it's 2026 don't mean lynching stop. Alright, I'm glad I'm saying this during Black History Month. Don't think because it's illegal and because it's 2026 lynching stop. They still hang black people to this day. So let me shut the fuck up before I'm the next one home. I just like planting seeds. I don't like putting water on them bitches. I don't like making sure that I clip the bad branches. I'll just put the seeds in the ground and walk off and hope. I was going to talk about High Guard. I don't care. And this one is just a quick thing I'm going to gloss over and glance over before I get the fuck off this stream. I know I haven't streamed for long. I've only been live for like 40 something minutes, but I gotta get my clips and shit out, man. Just a quick update. Marvel's Wolverine is coming out September, right before Grand Theft Auto, and the same week as Phantom Blade Zero. So Phantom Blade Zero look cool, but that shit ain't cooler than Wolverine. That shit is not cooler than Wolverine. That being said, we're gonna close all that out. We are going to actually remember to delete everything this week. And hold on, let me check something real quick. This determines if I stay scheming. Niggas at a man. I mean, I might, at this point, I might as well play Reloaded. I ride for my niggas, though. Do I? Oh, wait, no, that's more shit to edit. I think I'm gonna cut off stream right now. I'm gonna cut off stream right now before I lose my goddamn mind. That being said, do I want to play Marathon some? Let me see something. Let me check if the bees in Discord want to play Marathon. If so, I'll hop on. Oh, 22. Let me me see if the bee is trying to hop. Okay, so I'm not hopping on Marathon. I'm hopping in a fucking editor. Yep, so that's good night for everybody. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming through real quick to the quick little stream. And if you're watching this as a VOD, shout out to you for watching a VOD. That being said, I am VOD Vel done, nigga.